There's your little cloth. Hey guys, it's Matt Frazier. Look at I'm here with Romi Mia. Romi Mia, look at how cute she's getting, you guys. She's getting. You're right there. You're gonna spit up. She is so cute, you guys. It's amazing to see how she's only 6 weeks old, but she has really come into herself. Look at the little features. Look at the little lips. Look at the little lips. Look at the little lips and little spiky hair. You know, it's crazy that all 3 kids have come out with so much hair. The only thing is that I'll tell you, she's a great baby. But when it comes to feeding, she takes her time, you guys. Like, literally, it takes her so long to suck down a bottle. We'll literally be here for 20 minutes. So I figured, you know what? Why don't I come on live with you guys? Hey, I see Mary, who's that? Myrna is here. I see that Teresa is here. I see that Debbie is here. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the Akashic Records. Now, this is something that, I heard from Spirit to talk about. And when I started talking about this, I saw so many of you, hey Franco, that were like, Matt, what are the Akashic Records? They sound like really interesting. I just don't know. Is it real? Is it not? So what's really cool is that everything that we do here in life is recorded, right? So, for example, our soulmate, every person that we meet, every memory that we have lives in 2 places. So it's stored within us in our soul, right? And it's also stored in our mind. And that's the reason why if you have Alzheimer's, if you have dementia, if you have an illness that affects your head, brain trauma, whatever it may be, when you pass on, when you go to the other side, you have all of your thoughts with you, right? You're able to remember again. You're able to see the things that you may have forgotten about here on earth. Well, guess what? Those memories, those visions, those things that you had here in life are all stored in your soul. They're stored in your mind. And there's also a special place in heaven where every single one of our thoughts is cataloged and stored. And that's where we get the Akashic Records, right? So it sounds really super mystical, but really what it is it's a backup database. So everything that we learn here on earth gets recorded. Every person that we meet, every friendship that we have, our soulmate, it all gets recorded. And those records are the Akashic Records. So then when we pass on, when we get to the other side, we're able to see certain things. We're able to see all of the lessons that we've learned. We're able to see the lessons other people have learned. We're able to, truly understand the meaning of our life, why we were born, why certain things happen to us, right? And so much more. So these are called the Akashic Records. And I'm going to be coming on live tonight to talk about this. So about 8 o'clock, I'll be live. We're going to be talking a little bit about this in detail. But, I wanted to share this with you because there's a greater understanding. There's a greater understanding to your life, to why certain patterns happen, to why certain things keep happening again and again. If you feel like you're stuck in the same life cycle, if you feel like you're still trying to understand your spiritual gifts. Well, here's what I want you to know, is that when you're this age, when you're Romi's age, before you're born, when you're in heaven, you're up there with your grandparents, your great-grandparents, whoever it is that passed on before you, you're up there with, right? And there's this little planning session that happens, and before we're born, we're shown some of our future records. We're shown some of the things that we're meant to do. We're shown our gifts, talents, and abilities. We see certain struggles that we're going to go through, certain opportunities. Doesn't mean that everything is pre-planned, right? We have free will, but we're given a little glimpse, a little hint into our lives, into our future lives. So, oh my God, thank you so much. Darlene says, I hope you're having an amazing day. I am. And I see Ramona just tuned in. So what I want you to know is that the Akashic Records have everything in there. And we're given a sneak peek before we're born. So like little Romi, she doesn't remember this, right? We don't remember this. But we were shown a preview of our life before we're born. Well, guess what? That's the reason why we have deja vu. When you have deja vu, when you're like, wait a minute, something seems like it's been happening again and again. I feel like I've been here before. I know this place. I know this person. I've known this person before. Well, it's because of that moment before you were born, right? When you were given a glimpse into those little Akashic Records. So imagine if you could understand what's in your records. Imagine if you could understand the people that you're supposed to meet, the relationships that you have, the karmatic relationships, why they happen, right? Why someone came into your life only to, leave you heartbroken. The reason why someone keeps coming in, keeps coming out. The reason why you're stuck in certain life patterns and struggles. Well, so many of you have been coming to me saying, Matt, I just feel so lost. I feel so stressed. I feel so stuck. And oh my God, Peg just asked, is the snow melting in Rhode Island? It sure is, especially today. It's nice and warm. And I was talking to the other side, and the other side was telling me, for all of you who've been feeling stuck, for all of you who have been feeling like you're in the same life cycle, for those of you who feel like you can't escape doing the same thing again and again and again, making the same mistakes, meeting the same people, falling into the same trap. The other side told me that, I meant to talk to you about the Akashic Records, about how when you get those signs of feeling trapped, those feelings of being stuck, right? Those are a sign from heaven and your angels that they're trying to unstuck you. They're trying to move you forward. They're trying to get you to a very special place within your life. So what I want you guys to know is that I've also been called on spirit to do something else. And I'm excited, but I'm also a little bit nervous. I got to be honest with you guys. The other side told me that I'm meant to do a reading and open up the Akashic Records and share with you your life purpose. Share with you what they are, what you're meant to be doing. It's a very different type of reading than I've ever done before. But I'll tell you that I've done these type of readings. I just haven't told people about it, right? So, for example, when I'm giving a reading to you, when I used to do private readings and I used to do mediumship readings, there were many times when, as I was connecting with your loved ones, life information would come through. The other side would reveal to me who your soulmate was. The other side would reveal certain life patterns that you're stuck in. Certain things would come to me about how to get you out of a certain situation. Oh my God, thank you, Dusty. Dusty said she is so cute. She is. She's just a little bean. So I wanted to invite you guys because I don't know if you guys saw on my Facebook page, because Facebook doesn't always show you all my notifications, but on March 31st, I'm doing a very special event. So March 31st, one night only. Thank you, Mary Mara, for the ears. One night only. I'm doing a very special online group reading and teaching event. This is a 2-hour event of readings and teachings where I'm going to be opening up the Akashic Records live, and I'm going to be sharing with you what's inside. During this event, you're going to be able to ask questions. I'm going to be giving Akashic Record readings, and I'm going to be teaching you what the Akashic Records are, what they mean for you, how to get out of those little holding patterns that you have in life, and so much more. So Dusty's asking, where's the boys? The boys are at school right now, thankfully. Yeah, she's falling asleep on the bottle. She's starting to get a little bit milk drunk, but I got to keep her awake so she finishes it. So if you guys want to join me, I can only allow a limited amount of people, and this is happening one time only on March 31st. So if you want to join me, type the word destiny right in the comments below. If you type the word destiny in the comments below, I will go and send you a link where you can come and join me. Like I said, this is a 2-hour event. I've never done this before. The first time ever that I'm doing Akashic Records readings. The first time ever we're doing this live online. I see Eileen already got her tickets. She says, I already got my tickets. The Eileen McKee says, I'm in. Oh, that's crazy. 2 Eileens back to back. So if you want to join me, just head on over to my website, meetmattfrazier.com. Click on online readings. And once you're there, when you scroll down, you'll see Akashic Records Live. You can also go and type the word destiny, like Amanda just typed the word destiny. If you type the word destiny in the comments, I'll come back on and I'll send you a link. I'll try to reply to as many as I can. I'll send you guys the link where you can go to join. So I hope that you guys will come and join me. It's going to be an amazing, amazing event. And I really want you to be there because there's no reason on why you should feel stuck. There's no reason why you should feel trapped, especially when you have angels, guides, and loved ones that are helping you, that are by your side, that are, helping push you forward. So Miranda just asked for the link. I'll be sending that to you. Kelly's just said, type the word destiny. She's looking for the link. I'll send it to you. And it's really amazing. It's really amazing how, before Romi was born, she was just this little soul in heaven, right? Hanging out there with, her little grandparents that had passed, getting ready to come into this world, thinking about, who knows what we even think about on the other side, right? It's more kind of what, we ask questions. I think that when we're up there, we kind of think about how we're going to use our gifts, talents, and abilities. We come down here on earth, we suddenly forget everything, right? And then we relearn it as we live life. We relearn our life purpose. We relearn our spiritual gifts and talents. And then we have those little moments of deja vu and we start to remember. Our soul always remembers. So, like I said, March 31st, Akashic Records readings. And look how cute she is, you guys. Look. She is such a chill baby. Look how cute. She is so chill. Oh my God, you guys. This face, I can't even take it. I can't even take it. So anyways, like I said, it's a 2-hour event, and I wanted this event to be different, right? It's not just about going and learning about the Akashic Records. It's also the opportunity for you to ask questions about the Akashic Records, learning about how you can access them, right? Why it is that you're having these situations that happen, and also, not only that, but also understanding how you can use it in life. So that being said, it's happening. I see Vicky says I need a link. If you need a link, just type the word destiny so I can send it to you. If you type the word destiny, I'll know who to send the link to. yeah, I'm going to be back on here tonight talking all about this, so make sure you join tonight's live. And if you want to come and join me on March 31st, just make sure that you reserve your spot. But I got to tell you guys, she's been such an amazing baby. She's just been so good. She's been so good. This is a little trick that the jeweler taught me, is like, see, they say to like play with their ears and things, to like annoy them a little bit so they stay up so that they finish the bottle. But I'll tell you, when God gives you a child, he gives you a gift, that's for sure. And Alexa and I were just saying, like, this is just a beautiful gift, a beautiful reward from heaven, that she came into our lives, and she came into our lives so quickly. So, and this is a good question. So Rebecca says, do we meet our siblings before we come down? We absolutely do. Isn't that crazy? So like, she spent time in heaven with Royce and Rowan, and they spent time with her, and they knew her before she was even born. Isn't that crazy? So yeah, absolutely, you spend time in heaven, and you get to meet, your siblings, and you get to meet your family. And we're going to be talking about that tonight. So we'll come on and we'll talk about that. And yeah, so if you want to join that Akashic Records reading, like I said, March 31st is where you can come and join. And I hope to see you guys there. Kim says, do you see your future children? That's a really good question. You do. Isn't that crazy? Because we're all up there at one point. We are all up there at one point. So that's the craziness of it, is that if you think about it, it's like one big circle, one big continuation. And then it's not so scary. Oh my God, Amy, thank you so much. Amy says, I just got my spot right now. I'm so excited that you're coming to join. It's going to be a really, really insightful and just amazing, comforting event. And I really am excited. I'm excited to open up your records. I'm excited to see what the records have in store for you. I'm really excited to see, why certain things happen. Like, as a media, I'm always questioning why? Why did we go through this? What are we supposed to be learning from this? How are we supposed to be growing from this, right? And I think that's part of spiritual awakening. Like, I think that, one of the biggest things that we do as humans is that we always say, like, we know it all, right? Oh, I already knew that. Oh, I know that. But when you actually are in the process of getting away from that mindset, and you start asking questions, and you ask the questions of why, you start just developing further. You start to really understand and gain access to information. So don't be afraid to ask why. Don't be afraid to ask questions. What I love so much about my teachings is that they all come from you guys. When you guys ask me a question about the other side, the afterlife, when you ask me those really hard questions, I love hearing them from all of you, because guess what? I get to ask the spirit world about those. And I get to ask the spirit world about the certain advice that they have for us. So that being said, Marie's asking, so basically we do sign a contract before we come here. Absolutely. There are certain soul contracts that we sign. They're put together differently than we put together here, right? It's not like a binding legal agreement, right? Where like, if you don't fulfill this contract, something's going to happen to you. But there are certain things that we choose. Absolutely. But like I said, we can make changes to that contract when we're here and when we're alive. So we're not stuck to it. Think of it like an order. Think of it like a wish list, right? That's how I think of it. Contract is such a scary word, but we're not bound to it. You can make changes because you have free will. So, oh, thank you. Christy says she could be a Gerber baby. I actually think Rowan could be a Gerber baby. Like, he's got such a beautiful, like, smile, and he's just like that full face. But, and that says, I'm as old as an Akashic record. I don't believe that, Annette. You're only as old as you feel. You're only as old as you feel. But anyways, you guys, I'm going to leave you with that. I'm going to finish up her bottle and burp her, and I don't want to be spit up on the Facebook Live, so that's that. And I'll talk to you guys tonight, so make sure that you're tuned in tonight about 8 o'clock p.m. I'll be live in my studio. We'll be talking about the Akashic Records, and if you need that link, to go and to reserve your spot, just type the word Destiny in the comments. Type the word Destiny, and I'll send it to you. All right, you guys, I'm going to burp her, and I will talk to you guys later. And yeah, I hope you have an amazing, amazing start of the week. All right, bye.